Well, welcome to another episode of YGC Colective, the podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Giovanna Bridges-White, with my co-host,
Bel Inizio.
And we are counting down. We're like 5 weeks away from the Collective. I posted 6 this week, and I was like, oh my God, I'm a week off. But 5 weeks away from the Collective. We have 12 mini episodes in. So if you're watching live for the first time, welcome. We have been doing this for the last 12 weeks. It really is your homework. If you're attending the Collective or planning on attending the Collective, to go back, meet these experts, meet these panelists, because when they get to the Collective and it's time for their session, they are going to hit you with all the goodies and the gems. We're not going to go through intros and what they've done. So this is your homework from YGC saying, go watch these playlists. They're 15 minutes or less. Go stalk all the speakers, experts, panelists, and sponsors so that when you get there, it's that feeling of, oh, I know who these women are. And we're going to send emails on questions that you want us to ask them. And it's going to be just so much fun. So welcome to the show.
Okay, I do want to say something. I really want to thank people for listening. One, to do the homework, but two, because just the fact that you stopped to listen to especially this episode means that you are interested in anything to do with money. We know how important it is. And I want to thank you for actually taking the time and listening to yourself, because the value of what you're going to get in these few minutes just will propel you into, I need more. This is very important for my life. So I just want to thank everybody, because I think they do take time out of their day to listen and to do the homework of getting to know all these wonderful women. And last year, as we know, money was the number one valued topic. Although we don't talk about it. It's crazy to me how even still we don't talk about money. It's okay to say the M word. It's okay to say the F word, which is finances. So let's bring
the B word, which is budget. We're coming in with all the money words. Well, we are going to introduce our wealth industry panelists. We have 4 this year, amazing panelists, but she's OG. She was there last year. She had the number 1 attended session. And my God, I remember just talking to her before, during, and after. And it's, again, money. So we're going to bring on Sarah Ziese. Hi.
Hey guys, how are y'all?
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you. I always love hanging out with the two of you.
We're so grateful for you and to have you back this year. And I think, every year you bring more tools, education about money to the table. And so this year, for those who didn't attend and get to see you last year, they get to see you again. And then we just kind of wanted to introduce you on who you are and what you do.
Okay, well, I love that. So I am Sarah Ziese. I founded the Legacy Wealth Network. And what do I do? Geez, let me sum it up in a nutshell. I teach entrepreneurial women how to protect their wealth, write their legacy, and retire tax-free. And Yvette, I know while I was backstage waiting for you to pull me on board here, you nailed it. We don't talk about it enough. And another C word, cash. Let's talk about it.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
So good. And okay, leading into all that, this is, to me, Sarah, you're so easy to talk to, because you bring the real side of what the financial world is, what it does. You break it down in such a malleable way for all of us to understand. So I really just, in the world right now, it's 2025. There's so much going on, and we could talk about so many things. But what is one thing that you find that right now your business, what you're doing, what are problems that you're really solving, that the women that are coming to the collective can be like, okay, I need to hear more of this?
There's quite a few, actually, but I'll just I'll name off. Number 1, women are starting to realize that they need to have a voice in the money discussion. So that has been really phenomenal to connect with women who are ready to talk about it, whether it is about their own personal finances or about their business, the legacy that they want to leave. That is now becoming a conversation I'm having more and more often. There's a lot of uncertainty out in the world right now, whether stock market based or just kind of where we are as a country, as a nation, as a world. And so a lot of that uncertainty, a lot of it ties back to people's conversations with money. They're uncertain as to, are they going to have enough? What is it going to look like? So those are conversations that I've had in recent days. And then quite frankly, a lot of people are concerned about, okay, I want to leave my business, or I want to leave something behind to my kids. I want to leave my property to my kids. What does that look like? How do I make sure that this gets done appropriately? And can I just have a conversation with somebody about it and pick their brain? So I've been doing a lot of that lately.
Yeah, I want to go back to the first thing you said, voice, because obviously that's part of why we do the conference, and the important part of it. And I love that this realm is creating a space for that voice, a woman's voice, and truly her story. And Gio and I know that the women that are coming to talk about finances, the story is important to all of you, because all of us have different backgrounds, culturally, traditionally, our mental mindset, and with money. And all of you are going to speak on that. All of you have your own voice, your own stories, to kind of create a safe space for women to talk about it. And then the absolute knowledge and experience and your expert background to then help someone make decisions that are going to best benefit them in the long run.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I really hope that women recognize their power. I got to spend some time this past weekend with a couple of ladies from a bunch of different backgrounds, businesses. And the thing that was so beautiful about that connection was there are so many different perspectives, but ultimately we all have some money story in our brain. And it's led us to believe one thing or another about what we think we can or cannot do. And I think having a sounding board and a safe place to have that discussion is really the best path forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's a fun question for you. Am I frozen?
You're frozen.
You're frozen. But I can hear you.
Well, I was just going to say, because you're so dynamic, we know you're dynamic. Just, we're talking about stories right now. Is there anything that you've shifted, any insights, anything that you just want to share real quick about community, business, personal, anything that you, as people just get to know you?
I'm like, oh my gosh, so many things. I think that I'm like, what little nugget or what little quick story could I share? Oh man, we lost her. And then now she's back. As things shift or stories that we tell, I think, I haven't been, this was not my first career. Being in the financial services world was not my first career. And I have recognized really recently the personal growth that I've experienced even in the last 12 months, because when you are running a business, and you ladies both know this, and a lot of the women who are going to be there know this, there are more challenges than just the day-to-day tasks. And you have to do a lot of work on yourself, because there's a lot of self-doubt. There's a lot of question. There's a lot of, am I making the right choice? Am I going down the right path? And so I think that has been one eye-opening recognition, is really looking back and going, okay, you've come a long way in your personal growth journey, and you've allowed for a lot of expansion. And I'm just really excited about it, quite honestly. I mean, I'm just excited to be in the room with the women. I'm excited to hear what their questions are and just entertain the conversation, because when women get together, it's really powerful.
Yes, it is. I feel like you talked about something that we teach, and it's that you have to pour into yourself first. And that's not just for the business, personally, financially, time-wise. And I think, everything's in seasons, and we get so frustrated that everything's not happening all at the same time. And we really teach women that it's it is seasonal. There are shifts, growth is part of the journey, but you have to give yourself time and grace, and also look back, because a year ago when you were on stage versus a year, in the next 5 weeks when you're on stage with 3 other women in wealth, it's just, again, things have changed. The economy has changed. How we are just now figuring out that we need a voice is crazy to me. But yes, it should be something that you're talking to, not only with your partner, but with your kids. And I really I think that because that does trickle down to us from our parents. And it's if we are not that change, that generational shift or generational change, we're just going to keep on doing how things have been done, and not talk about money, or always be stressed. Because I always feel like that's a stressor. People think money, and I mean negative. Now I know there are people in the world, other people in the world, but it's really important to look at it as it's just neutral, and how can it work into your favor, and how can you learn more, and now how can you ask the questions. And we're all Googling this at the conference that we put together, are all the questions that women are Googling in finance, in health, in aging gracefully, and in business. So we're going to bring all those questions to the table with all the amazing women at the Collective.
I love it. Can you give us a tidbit as to what questions have been Googled so far?
Like, how do I invest my money? How can I retire? The things that you said earlier, how do I leave things in writing for my children? Because I think that is one of the, now we have it, then what? Like, how do we protect those assets? But it's really it's like, where do women start to invest with money? Like, because they just don't know. So we'll have those available. We're going to send out a survey to all of our guests who are coming, and then we'll come back and give you guys those questions. So we're actually in real time giving the women. Yes.
I love it. I'm so excited about this format, you guys. I think it's going to be really, really powerful to just be in the room and get to know the questions and have the discussion, because I can talk about a lot of things all day long, but really answering the questions that are on the forefront of people's minds, I mean, that's where they're going to get the true value. So,
well, we thank you for being on with us today. If you're still, I don't know, Yvette, can you hear us?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes. Okay.
I don't know what happened to my screen, but I'm here.
Yay.
Okay. A technical issue. Hey, we're live. Do you really go live? Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sarah, for being here. We'll have all your information where people are watching. So if you don't want to wait till the Collective and you want to get a hold of Sarah beforehand, all her information are in the show notes. Thank you again for taking the time with me today.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Sarah.
Oh my God. Are we going to do our outro with you with no face?
Everybody just has to imagine and think of what I look like. Oh my gosh. I have no idea. I've been trying to go big, and I don't know if it's the blur thing. All of a sudden I just went. Well, but I'm here.
They can hear you. Well, everyone that's watching live, thanks for being on. If you don't have any idea of what we're talking about, just go to our website. You go to the YG collaborations, hit YGC Collective. This is something we do every single year. Oh, Kathy, hi. And
Kathy,
we're just finishing up, and I was going to tell everyone this year we have 4 separate sessions. So it's going to be health, business, money, and then fashion and aging gracefully. And this year, all 222 women will be able to watch all the sessions. So it's one auditorium at Stages Houston, which is a beautiful nonprofit theater in Houston, Texas, downtown. Well, not downtown, I would say by Autry Park. So get your tickets. I believe we may already be sold out of VIP. I'm going to check that this morning, but we have tickets for the day of. So join us day of. If you have any questions, let us know. All the information, and just like Sarah said, the videos of the inspiration of how we're going to do the format this year is on our website. Go watch it, because you are going to get all the feels of what we're doing at YGC. Oh, good.
Hey. One more thing, kind of the technical things. Parking is super easy. Mm-hmm. It's very easy to get to. However, big discussions have been had already about getting hotel rooms at the Hotel St. Augustine. So if that's a consideration of yours, I would do it right now. And what was the other thing? You already mentioned VIP.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if that's sold out yet, but
I think so. Just go get your ticket, and then know that we're going to have an after party for everyone who's joined us. So it's okay. We're going to just keep on partying the night away. So reach out if you have any questions. Go look at the panelists. Like I said, health, wealth, business, fashion, and aging gracefully. We have 14 on the list right now, and we're probably going to have 2 more. So we will see you again next week with another panelist, expert, or sponsor. Thank you for joining us. Yvette, I'm sorry we can't see you, but we love your beautiful voice.
Thanks. Okay, bye.
Bye.